Hello, my name is Michael Roberts, and today we'll be solving a energy and power function. We're dealing today with x of t is equal to e to the ct times u of negative t. And that negative t is going to matter here later. Now c is defined between 0 and 1, so it's just a small number. Now this e to the negative t, normally we have with u of t, once we pass 0, we're 1 forever. Well, negative t, u of negative t, is the same thing, just shifted about the y-axis. So whenever we see a standard e to the x curve, we see, as some people call the volcano function, where it's just this guy right here. And then those lines are tending towards 0 in both the positive and negative direction. Because we have e to the ct of u of negative t, we're just dealing with the left side. Just everything this way. Because everything on this side, the right side, this guy, all this just goes to 0. So it's just a flat line throughout. So right now, we are solving for energy, which energy is equal to the integral of negative infinity to positive infinity of our function magnitudes squared, which magnitude is just to get rid of nasty complex variables. So today we're just dealing with e to the ct, and c will have to be positive, so we're good, positive and real. So we have that this is the integral from negative infinity to 0, because that's where our u of t actually matters, of e to the ct, because we don't need to have absolute values anymore, because the absolute value of e is always positive, squared dt. And then we don't have to worry about what's on the right side, because it's just going to be plus 0. So then we can continue solving this. We get the, whenever you have e to a power, e squared and whatnot, basically you're just taking the 2 and keeping it all up top. So we have the integral of negative infinity to 0 of e to the 2ct dt. And e's are really easy to integrate. This is just 1 over 2c times e to the 2ct. And this is evaluating it from negative infinity to 0, which this is 1 over 2c times 1 minus 0. So just 1, really. That's 0, by the way. So we get that energy is just 1 over 2c. Power is defined as the limit at big T approaches infinity of 1 over t times the energy we get. Now, because our energy is finite, this is a big flag. Anytime you find that energy is finite, always power will be infinite, or be 0. Because as we do here, is we just substitute what we've solved for e to the x is 1 over 2ct, and this guy right here is going to infinity. So we can observe that this is just going to equal 0. So our final answer will be energy is equal to 1 over 2c, which c is that constant that they define to be between 0 and 1. And then our power is just going to be 0. Thank you for watching.